Hey guys, welcome back to my video, and today I'll be talking about my progress over the 2.5 years and what it actually looks like to be profitable in trading. So let's just go into my journal. So so I've been profitable for around four months now. So ever the day that my girlfriend actually broke up with me was April, and you can see how you see one thing that I changed about my trading style is the amount of trades I took. I was a lot more careful with the trades that I was taking. I was only taking A plus quality setups. And what does it mean? What is an A quality setup? Well, I'll talk about it later in the video. But as you can see how, so this is my 2026 journal, and you can see how, on March alone, I had 16 trades on March, which is a lot in the month because I mainly swing trade, right? So I'm not supposed to take that many positions, but you can see how during March I actually had a lot of positions, and even though I had a lot of wins, I mean my win rate was around 30% at this time. You can see how my RR wasn't that big, right? You can see in one of my wins it's around 2.7 R win, another one is a 2.5 win, and you can see how my issues I had a lot of major issues as well. Maybe I didn't run it long enough, or I scaled in too much. I ended the trade emotionally, all of that stuff. But as you can see, although I was profitable during March, it's incomparable when it comes to April, May, June, and July. So let's just get into it. So you can see it, the main difference is the amount of trades I took. On April alone, I only took 8 trades. And yet you can see how okay, this was a break-even month for me, but I didn't have that many issues as well, except this one issue, which was t tilt trading. Yeah, even though I'm 2.5 years in, I do I don't tilt trade anymore. But during this time, I still had one tilt trade during the month of April. But if you can see in May, June, July, we can see how my RR has increased significantly. You can see how I only had one major win, but it was a 7R win. And I had two more positions that were trailed out, and I had five losses. But in the end, I was still profitable. So that's very interesting. And eh, something to keep in mind as well is that since I'm a swing trader, uh I try to look at the longer picture, right? So if you can see how I had a win here, and you can see all of my other positions when trading Great British Pound are all long, and they're all wins. Why? Because I stuck to my winner, and I knew that I was proven right, so I should stick to my system, right? So in total, like in this GA bias alone, I think I was able to capture one win, 7R win, another R 12, 16R. I think I had another position, but it was BE this month. So I had accumulated 16R alone on a GA long idea, which is very, very, very significant, even though it took several months to accumulate it. But still, the fact that I was able to stick to my system, stick to my bias, and not jump around going long and short all the time, it just shows how I've grown over the past 2 years, and I'm really, really proud of that. So yeah, without getting into do, let's just focus on my recent month, which is the month of July. I had a major win, which is New Zealand, so you can just see what my strategy is. How I trade, the way I trade is actually really, really simple. I trade using three patterns. It's either a flag, a head and shoulder, and a break and a retest. So those are only three patterns I trade, and I don't use anything else. I don't use indicators. I used to use the 50 EMA and the 20 EMA, but I stopped using it. So the only thing I do now is just levels, those three patterns, and just identifying the long-term trend and all of that. So this is actually a position that I'm running right now. This one trade alone, if it goes to my TP, uh, actually, not even to my TP. If it reaches around here, I will finally pass my 50K challenge, and I have a 10K account funded as well. And it's running in profit, so I'm glad about that. And I also have my live account running for around 4,000, no, $3,000. So yeah, it's going really well. And this could be one of my biggest trades of the year. So let's just get into the reason of why I entered this position. So let's just go back for before all of this happened. Let's just delete all these minor levels. Let's hop into the longer picture, right? So if you look at the longer picture in USD CAD as well as DXY, we can see how, even though like recently, yes, it's true that we've gone through this bullish uptrend since 2016, but if you look at the longer picture, price is still bearish. And something that to keep in mind is actually I was keeping a level at this level, and because I mean this level more significantly because this is a really significant level, and price has broken through it. So in response to this level being broken through, price should continue to go back down, given that the long-term trend is bearish. So moving into USD CAD, why did I decide to enter on the short? Well, let me explain. So on the bigger picture, uh, USD CAD is actually on a range, right? And we can see how price has actually successfully tapped the top of the range and continued to go down. So based on this, we can expect price to continue to be on this to downtrend and maybe go down all the way back here, which is unrealistic. My TP is not all the way down here because it's gonna take years. But looking at the longer picture, we are still indeed bearish, even though uh it seems really bullish right now. But that was not the only confluence. One of the major confluence was actually this. I wanted to see price break this level. And price did break this level. And why did I think that this level is significant? Because first of all, we saw multiple failures, right? We saw this level broken through during the uptrend, and we can see how price tried to successfully broken through and tried to bounce back to this level, but failed and actually showed exhaustion and faked out this whole entire thing and basically went all the way back down. So that's one signal that, sellers could be back in control. Aside from that, we also see this major level. And this actually goes back to one of the main patterns that I use, which is the head and shoulders. So given that price has I mean broken through this level, I'm pretty sure I set a limit. Yep, look at that, right in the middle of this level. I set a limit at this level, and I was expecting price to continue to go back down. And this is based on a higher time frame. Sorry, I'm using a MacBook, so it's pretty slow, but a higher time frame head and shoulders. So we can see how this is the shoulder, this is the head. Price faked out the whole thing, and right now price could, in fact, retrace all the way back up and print this shoulder if my bias is correct. So this is based on that. And I just aside from that, the reason why I love this trade idea is the fact of the price position. Look at this price position, right? Like it's just beautiful because we didn't enter here because first of all we didn't have sufficient evidence that it was indeed bearish, but after we saw price broke through this level, it's it's a pretty good bet that like if price were to continue to go back down, this could be a home run win, which is why I entered the position. I got tapped in and price decided to melt down. So right now I'm still holding the position. My main TP will probably be around this area, which is pretty significant, but yeah, I need to be careful. But I've been holding it for maybe a week. So if this position were to actually take profit, then I'm probably, so this is a 6R, but keep in mind that I have multiple scale-ins in this position as well. So after I saw price break, let's hop into the lower time frames. And for me, the lower time frames is actually the 4 hour and the 2 hour and the 1 hour. So yeah, so after I uh saw this push to the downside, I was waiting patiently for a moment to scale in, and I actually went to the 1 hour, and I spotted this level at first. Maybe it's clear on the 30 minute, but sorry. Let's do this so it doesn't bother my. Okay. So we can see this level right here, right? And I was expecting price, if price were to push all the way back down, then that could give me another head and shoulders for me to enter on a scale in. So this is the shoulder, this is the head, and this is shoulder. And look what price did. Price broke down. So I decided to scale in 30%. Was it this one? No. I decided to scale in oops. Yep. I decided to scale in 30% at this level. I'll just move it. I decided to scale in 30% at this level, but as you can see, price actually went all the way back up. But okay, back then I would be really, really scared because first of all, I scaled in and price didn't really respect the head and shoulders, so it continued to go back up. But something that I managed to conquer during my 2.5 years of trading is the ability to just sit on hands and just trust the setup. And the moment, the more that I look at it, actually, like even though price eventually continued to go back up, I realized how there's a level right here, actually, if you look at it, right? And if you look at this level, first of all, aligns with the sweet spot or the 61.8 percent on the FIB-R retracement scale. So this retracement is still considered healthy. And I thought to myself, hey, isn't this a head and shoulders as well? So instead of closing the position because my profits are getting eaten alive, I decided to scale in another 30%. And guess what? After I scaled in right here, uh, the reason why I scaled in right here was because I wanted a more conservative entry. So I hopped into the lower time frame and I was looking for a signal for me to go in. Because right now, and the signal that made me want to go in was first of all the rejection at this level. And aside from that, we have a very, very beautiful, we have a beautiful double top right here. And if you look at the 15-minute as well, we have another head and shoulders. Oops, right here. So this gave me enough confluence to scale in another 30%. And I scaled in at this level as well. So keep in mind of the patterns that I use, I only use the main pattern I use is head and shoulders. And if you just get rid of this and just focus on this level, I entered right here just to because I wanted price to print another head and shoulders. So this is the shoulder. Sorry. This is the shoulder. This is the head. And this is the shoulder. So I entered here and price continue is dropping down again. So that's basically my thought process on this trade, and currently I'm still holding it. I have three scale-ins on this position, and I'm in this position in three accounts. I have my 10K funded account, I have my 50K evaluation account, and I have my live account. And I just wanna maybe encourage you guys who are still trading that if you put your heart into it and you just continue to try your best, because trading is such a difficult profession. Man, you guys have no idea how much suffering and patience that I had to go through throughout the 2.5 years just to start seeing some finally some really really good results over the past 4 months, and I'm really really proud of myself. And if you look at my journal, I mean, I haven't recorded this yet because I'm still holding it, but if it's a win, it could be an 8R or a 9R win, which puts my overall uh, ratio for this month maybe around 16R in profit. And I wanted to let you guys know that anything is possible, but maybe one advice that I want to give you guys is to always maybe be more selective in your setups, because I do realize that during the beginning of my trading career, I was just entering trades without really evaluating whether the price position was very important, or there's a difference between an A plus quality setup and also a B quality setup. And yeah, there's just a lot of things to learn through, and I'm glad that I was able to learn through my mentor, Neo. So I hope if I get famous one day, you'll be able to watch my videos and see how much I've grown. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you wanna maybe, you know what, I'll show you guys my other winning trade on New Zealand dollar. So keep in mind, right? If you can see the past few months, I've always stuck to one bias. And what was it? It was the DXY bearish. So I was predicting, my bias was that the dollar was going to go down, and all of my positions was basically shorting the dollar. If you see on my winning position on New Zealand dollar, it was basically a counter dollar pair, and I decided to long it. Why? Because I predicted that the DXY was about to be bearish. So let's go through my thought process on this trade. Uh, okay, this is not a lot actually, but you know what? Let's get to it. So I entered the position. When did I enter the position? Right here. This is when I entered the position. So if you look at the higher time frame, we can see how, yes, we are indeed still bearish, but we are finally seeing uh some some strength. And why do I think this? First of all, price decided to defend this level. Okay, wait. Let me reset. Price defended this level, and look what price started to do after that. Oh my goodness. Price started printing higher lows, which is a sign of strength. And now we can go into the lower time frames and see what's up. The reason why I entered this position right here was, first of all, uh it okay, price uh price defended this head and shoulders, which is shoulder, head, shoulder. And we can see how price, despite the heavy momentum, still went all the way back down, but we can see how price actually faked this level, went all the way back up, giving us another A plus quality head and shoulders, which is why I entered right here. And I think we could go into more detail. Yeah. I decided to enter here, which was the exact same spot. And I even decided to scale in 40% after seeing price broke through this level on the 8-hour chart, giving us another head. I mean, not really. This is just a level. But yeah, basically I decided to scale in another 40%. Also, the reason why I decided to scale in at this level was in the 15-minute chart, I saw a bullish flag, which is why I answered right here. It hit perfectly, and it just started going all the way up. And I decided to scale in another 30% at this level with my mentor. Uh, and this is also based on a BNR, and I TP'd right here. Such a beautiful, beautiful trade. But yeah, if you can see how I trade, I hold trades for more than a week sometimes. And even for this trade alone, I entered Thursday, 24th July, and it's August 6th now. So I know, I'm sorry. I entered 28th of July. So that would be, yeah, I've been holding it for around a week. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. And if you guys really want to know my edge in trading and my how I trade specifically, I can maybe make another video on that. Make sure to comment on my YouTube video below and trade well. Be careful because markets have been pretty volatile recently. Trade on the higher time frame so you can ignore noises on the lower time frame and focus on the A plus quality setups and focus on one bias. So the just honestly, it depends on your trading style, but for me, that is the way I trade, and that's how I will stick uh for the whenever I trade. I will always stick to my system. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day and all the best.